Hey guys, this is MB Cash, and today's review, I'm going to be doing a throwback. I'm going to be reviewing today the NECA Friday the 13th, 2009 Replica Jason Voorhees mask. So, NECA released this mask back in 2009, the same year that the Friday the 13th remake came out, and I bought this online from Toys R Us. Their Toys R Us web's online store, and this was actually a graduation gift when I graduated from high school, and it's a really neat mask, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. And with it being Throwback Thursday and all, I decided to go ahead and do a little review and just take a look at this old mask. This is one of the first masks that NECA released in terms of Jason masks. I believe the very first Replica Jason mask they had ever produced was the Jason X mask. And then I know they did the Freddy vs. Jason boxed display set, which was the Jason mask along with the Freddy glove. Unfortunately, that one was not wearable. As far as I know, that thing was mounted to a shadow box. But with this one, you didn't have to worry about that. This one is wearable. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mask itself. So it is made out of resin, and there is weight to it, so it is pretty heavy. So when you wear it, it's gonna feel heavy on your head, on your face. I actually really enjoyed the Friday the 13th remake. It's been a very long time since I've seen it, but the last time I watched it, I thought it was pretty good. I really liked Derek Mears' portrayal of Jason. Probably one of my personal favorites, next to the likes of Kane Hodder and Richard Brooker and Ted White. And even I'm going to admit, I did enjoy Ken Kirzinger, however his name is pronounced, in Freddy vs. Jason. I know a lot of people are not really a big fan of his portrayal of the character in Freddy vs. Jason, but I enjoyed it. But Derek Mears was just a beast in the remake, and I really like the mask. I like the shape of it. It's more round, and there's definitely more of a round to the bottom of the mask. I really like the mask from the remake. Now, as far as detail goes and accuracy to the movie, it's not exactly 100% screen accurate. The paint is okay. It does have that weathered look. There's a couple of washes, like on the nose here and around the eyes. I know in the movie, the mask was a lot more weathered and beaten up. There were a bunch of scratches all over the place. This one's okay, I guess. Really, the one thing that I feel that this mask falls weak on are the chevrons. The chevrons are just they're not really that good, because in the movie the chevrons were heavily distressed. A lot of the paint on the chevrons were chipped away. This, however, doesn't really capture that look. I think they could have done a better job. I know these are mass-produced, so, I mean, what can you expect? But at least put some effort into making the chevrons look more like how they were in the film, with that cracked paint, that chipped paint, whatever it was. But that's really the biggest letdown, and that is the chevrons. Now, believe it or not, these are actually not the original straps that came with this mask. That's another thing that really disappointed me about this mask when I first got it. The straps were weak. They were very cheap. In fact, they broke within the first couple of days of, after getting the mask in the mail. And then over time, they lost its elasticity. So it got to the point where I just couldn't even wear it anymore. So I went in and replaced the straps. I just got these elastic straps over at Joann Fabrics, and then I also got a snap setter kit and just put these on. So they are removable now, because the original straps that this thing came with weren't. So it was kind of a pain just to remove the rivets that were holding on the straps to this mask, but it's okay. I mean, it's better. Now I can wear it. So overall, it's okay. Not the best representation of the Remake mask. If you're looking for a very good screen accurate Jason mask from the Remake, then there's plenty of different artists out there. Personally, I would recommend Crash Cunningham over at Crash Creations. I've seen his work. I follow him on Instagram, and I liked his Facebook page, and he does amazing, just tremendous work. His hockey masks are just incredible. If you were ever to own a Crash Creations Jason mask replica, they're so good that it would pretty much be the equivalent of owning the original screen used prop. So I'd imagine if this was a Crash Creations Friday the 13th Remake hockey mask, to me it would be the closest thing to owning the one that Derek Mears actually wore in the film. But I understand that not many people can afford a replica mask such as Crash Creations. And the thing that I've gathered from all the other replica Jason masks that NECA has produced, they produced a Friday the 13th Part 3 mask, a Part 4 mask, and even a Part 5 Roy mask. And with those masks, they're not exactly screen accurate, but I understand for a collector who is a diehard Jason Voorhees / Friday the 13th fan who would like to have a replica Jason mask, one that they can afford, then I can see NECA being a good choice, because they only run about, I'd say, $30. You can find them at Toys R Us. Whereas if you were to buy a replica hockey mask from a professional independent artist such as Crash, you're looking to spend about $120 to maybe even $200 for those. So a mask such as this, it's tailored for the kind of, I don't want to say casual collector, but just any Friday the 13th fan who would just like to own a replica Jason mask that they can afford. So it's nice, and even though it's not exactly 100% screen accurate, I still enjoy this mask. I do have it has a sentimental value to me, because again, it was a high school graduation gift, so it is what it is. So that is today's throwback review. Today we're having a look at the Friday the 13th 2009 Remake replica Jason mask from NECA. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, see you all later, and God bless.